Right now, in this very moment, you are standing at the edge of an invisible shift, one where life stops feeling like a constant uphill climb and begins to meet you with surprising ease. You may not see it yet with your eyes, but a part of you can already feel that something is ready to change. There has been a quiet whisper inside you for days or maybe years saying, there must be a softer way than this. Tonight, we are honoring that whisper. We are allowing it to lead you gently into a new way of being, where you are no longer fighting your life, but flowing with it. You have been so strong for so long. You have pushed through, held it all together, done what needed to be done, and on the outside, it might even look like you are managing. But inside, there is a tiredness, a tension, a sense that you are always braced for the next problem. Perhaps you wake up already feeling behind. Perhaps your mind starts racing before your feet even touch the floor. Or maybe you move through your days with a subtle heaviness in your chest, a feeling that you are carrying weight that no one else can see. If any of this feels familiar, I want you to know, nothing is wrong with you. You are not failing. You are simply living in a vibration that no longer fits who you really are. Take a slow, gentle breath in. Feel your lungs fill. And as you exhale, allow your shoulders to drop just a little. You don't have to fix everything in this moment. You only need to arrive here with yourself. Notice your body. Notice your breath. Notice the way your nervous system responds when you give it even a hint of safety. This is the beginning of shifting your vibration, becoming aware of how you are truly feeling, without judgment, without rushing to make it better. Just noticing, just being with yourself. Your vibration is not something mysterious or far away. It is the living, breathing energy of your inner world. It is the subtle blend of your thoughts, your emotions, your beliefs, your expectations, and the way your body is holding all of that. You can think of it like the climate inside your being. Some days it might feel stormy, some days cloudy, some days bright and warm. That climate influences how you see life, how you respond to situations, what you notice, and what you allow yourself to receive. Imagine two people walking down the same street on the same day. One is carrying a vibration of defeat, constantly thinking, nothing ever works out for me. Their shoulders are hunched, their gaze is down, their chest feels tight. They pass by opportunities without seeing them because their inner climate tells them, why bother? The other person is walking with a vibration of gentle openness. They are not forcing positive thinking. They are simply willing to believe that life can support them. Their chest is a little more relaxed. Their breathing is softer. Their eyes notice small moments of beauty. Sunlight on a leaf. The kindness in a stranger's smile. They are on the same street, but their vibrational state is creating a very different experience of life. This is not about blaming yourself for how you feel. It is about realizing that your inner energy is not fixed. It is movable. It is responsive. and you have much more influence over it than you were ever taught. You are not stuck with the vibration of struggle. You might be used to it, but it is not who you are. Underneath the tension, underneath the fear, there is a natural frequency of ease already within you, like a quiet river beneath frozen ice, waiting for the thaw. You already know how struggle feels in your body. It feels like tightness in your stomach, a lump in your throat, a constant clenching in your jaw or your fists. It feels like your breath getting shallow when you think about the future, or your mind looping the same worries again and again. Struggle energy says, I am alone. I have to do everything myself. Life is hard. I have to prove my worth. This energy is exhausting. It keeps you in survival mode, always scanning for what might go wrong next. Ease, on the other hand, has a completely different texture. Ease feels like your shoulders sitting a little lower, like your breath being just a little deeper without you even trying. It feels like a soft warmth in your chest, a sense that you are allowed to take up space, allowed to rest, allowed to be human. Ease energy says, I am supported. I don't have to know everything right now. I can take the next step and trust that more will be shown. This doesn't mean you never face challenges. It means you are no longer fighting the flow of life or fighting yourself. Perhaps you have had small moments of this. Maybe there was a day when things were busy, yet somehow you felt strangely calm inside, or a moment when you decided to stop worrying about something, and suddenly the solution appeared. Maybe you remember a time in nature when, just for a while, the usual noise in your mind grew quiet, and you felt a deep sense of okayness with everything. Those moments were not accidents. They were glimpses of your natural state of ease. You are allowed to live from that place more and more often, not by forcing yourself to be positive, but by gently releasing what weighs you down and inviting in thoughts, feelings, and choices that support your well-being. Shifting your vibration is not about perfection. It is about presence, not about pretending you never feel heavy, but about knowing you don't have to stay there. One of the most powerful ways to begin shifting your vibration is through simple self-compassion. For so long you may have talked to yourself in a tone you would never use with a dear friend. You may have been harsh, critical, impatient with your own healing. You might say to yourself, why am I still like this? I should be further along. I should know better by now. These thoughts create an inner pressure that keeps your energy tight and tense. Right now, gently imagine placing a hand over your heart. Feel the warmth of your own touch, even if you are just imagining it, and quietly say to yourself, I am doing the best I can with what I know right now. Let those words land. You don't have to earn kindness. You don't have to prove that you deserve gentleness. You are worthy of a softer inner voice simply because you exist. Self-compassion begins to loosen the grip of old heavy frequencies. When you stop attacking yourself from the inside, your nervous system starts to feel safer. And when your system feels safer, your vibration naturally begins to rise. You move from fear and self-judgment toward acceptance and openness. This is not an instant switch. It is a gentle reorientation, repeated many times in small moments each day. Think of your daily life like a series of doorways. In each moment, you have the opportunity to choose the doorway of tension or the doorway of ease. For example, imagine you make a small mistake at work. The old doorway might say, "I can't believe I did that. What is wrong with me?" You feel your chest tighten, your stomach drop, your vibration sink. The new doorway of ease might sound like, "I made a mistake, and that is okay. I can correct it and learn from it." Immediately, your body begins to soften. The situation is the same, but the energy you are holding around it is completely different. Or imagine you are at home and someone you love speaks to you in a sharp tone. The familiar pattern might be to absorb their words, to assume you did something wrong, to spiral into self-blame. That is the vibration of struggle. The vibration of ease might look like taking a breath, feeling your feet on the ground, and silently affirming, "Their mood is not a measure of my worth. I am safe in myself." From that place, you can respond more calmly, or choose to step away, or come back to the conversation later. Ease gives you space to respond instead of react. You don't have to change your entire life at once to shift your vibration. Small, simple practices woven into your day make a profound difference. When you wake up, before reaching for your phone, you might place one hand on your heart and one on your belly and breathe gently, saying, "Today, I allow life to be kinder to me, and I allow myself to be kinder to life." Feel the words, even if only a little. This is not about forcing belief. It is about opening a tiny window in a room that has felt closed for too long. Throughout the day, you can use your breath as a bridge to ease. Notice when your jaw is clenched or your shoulders are tight. In that moment, pause. Take a slow breath in, and as you exhale, imagine releasing not just air, but a bit of the tension you have been holding. You might think, "With this exhale, I let go of what is not mine to carry." You won't release everything at once, and you don't need to. Each small exhale is like a drop of water wearing away a stone. Your words are also powerful tuning forks for your vibration. Listen gently to the phrases you repeat to yourself and others. Do you often say, "I'm so tired. Life is so hard. Nothing ever changes"? These sentences reinforce a heavy frequency. You are not wrong for saying them. You have been expressing how you feel. But you can begin to soften them, to choose words that honor your experience while inviting in a new possibility. Instead of, "I'm so tired of everything," you might say, "I've been carrying a lot, and I am learning to invite more ease." Instead of, "Nothing ever works out," you might say, "I am open to small shifts and unexpected support." Feel the difference in your body as you say these new phrases. One energy closes the door, the other gently opens it. As you shift your daily practices, it is also important to gently meet the thoughts and beliefs that have been keeping you in struggle. Many of these were learned in childhood or from the world around you. You may have absorbed ideas like, if I don't worry, things will fall apart, or rest is lazy, or I have to earn love by overgiving. These beliefs are not truths. They are agreements you made long ago to feel safe or accepted. You are allowed to renegotiate those agreements now. When you notice a heavy belief, don't argue with it or try to crush it. Instead, bring curiosity. For example, when the thought appears, I always have to do everything myself, pause and ask, is that absolutely true, or is it a familiar story? Feel into your body as you ask. Then gently introduce a new possibility. I am learning to receive support. I am open to being helped. At first, the new belief might feel unfamiliar, like trying on a new pair of shoes. That is okay. With repetition and kindness, your subconscious begins to accept this new, gentler way of thinking. Another belief that keeps you out of ease is, if I relax, something bad will happen. This belief keeps you constantly tense, as if your vigilance is the only thing holding the world together. You can begin to soothe this fear by reminding yourself, I can take one soft breath and life will continue. I can rest for a moment and it is safe to do so. Notice that life does indeed keep moving even when you loosen your grip for a moment. Over time, your system learns that safety does not depend on constant tension. As you reprogram your inner dialogue, you also begin to embody ease in your actions and choices. Ease is not just a feeling, it is a way of moving through the world. It is saying yes when your whole body feels open and learning to say no when your body contracts. It is choosing to pause before agreeing to something and asking yourself, does this honor my energy or does it deplete me? It is allowing yourself to rest without guilt, to take breaks, to step away from conversations that drain you, to prioritize the people and activities that nourish your spirit. You are allowed to set boundaries that support your ease. You are allowed to disappoint others rather than abandon yourself. This can feel uncomfortable at first, especially if you were taught to always be the helper, the fixer, the one who holds everything together. But true ease cannot grow in soil watered only by self-sacrifice. Ease flourishes when you include yourself in the circle of your own care. Perhaps you can remember a recent situation where you said yes when you wanted to say no. Maybe a friend asked for a favor when you were already exhausted, and you pushed yourself to do it anyway. Afterward, you felt resentful, drained, maybe even invisible. This is a moment where the vibration of struggle was at play. Imagine, in that same situation, taking a breath and saying, I love you, and I can't do that today. I need to rest. You might feel a wave of fear at first, but you would also feel a deep inner relief, a sense of honoring yourself. That inner relief is the energy of ease. As you shift your vibration, you may notice changes in how life responds. Perhaps conversations become a little smoother, or you begin to notice small synchronicities, like meeting the right person at the right time or receiving an unexpected solution to something you were worried about. You might find that problems you used to obsess over begin to feel less gripping, as if your inner world is no longer hooked into every external drama. These are signs that your energy is aligning with a gentler flow. At the same time, old patterns may rise to the surface. You might feel waves of emotion, sudden tiredness, or a desire to withdraw. This does not mean you are going backward. Think of it like a glass of water being stirred. The sediment that has settled at the bottom comes up so it can be seen and cleared. When this happens, instead of saying, "Why am I feeling like this again?" you might gently affirm, "Something old is leaving my system. I can breathe through this. I am safe to feel." Your willingness to feel and stay kind to yourself, even when it's messy, keeps you aligned with ease. Now take another slow breath with me. Feel the air enter your body and notice that you don't have to force it. Your breath knows how to find you. In the same way, ease knows how to find you when you stop fighting yourself. You don't have to chase it. You allow it. Each compassionate thought, each softened exhale, each loving boundary is a door you open to a life that feels kinder from the inside out. You are not behind. You are not broken. You are in process, and that process is sacred. Every time you choose even the tiniest act of self-kindness, you are shifting your vibration in a profound way. You are stepping out of the old story of struggle and into a new story where you are supported, guided, and allowed to rest. As you move forward from this moment, you might begin to ask yourself gentle questions throughout the day. What would ease choose right now? How would ease speak to me in this situation? How can I soften, even just a little? These questions are not demands. They are invitations. You don't have to get it perfect. You only have to be willing. Feel, right now, the possibility of living in a body that feels more like home. Feel the possibility of waking up with a little more lightness, of moving through your day with a little more trust, of going to bed at night knowing you were kinder to yourself than you were yesterday. This is the life of ease you are stepping into. Not a life without challenges, but a life where you no longer abandon yourself when challenges arise. With every breath, you are allowed to release what is too heavy for you. With every thought, you are allowed to choose something a little softer. With every choice, you are allowed to honor your energy. You are worthy of a life that feels gentle on your nervous system and nourishing to your soul. You are worthy of ease, not someday, but now, beginning in this very moment. So let this be your quiet turning point. Not a dramatic declaration, but a soft, steady commitment. I choose to shift my vibration. I choose to step into a life of ease. Feel those words echo inside you. Feel them settle into your cells. And as you move into the rest of your day or your night, know that you are already on your way. The path of ease is opening beneath your feet, one compassionate step at a time, and you are so deeply supported as you walk it